Hello, welcome to another video. So what's been happening? Well, quite a lot as usual. I don't know if you've seen my video on my Sora and the Shadow Men channel, which is basically pure channeling now, channeled messages, but I did a message that was channeled from Einstein. Now, if you've watched that channel, you'll know that I get a lot of science people coming through. Which is hilarious because I'm not science-based at all. My degrees are in history, and I've got 2 degrees in history, postgrad in history, and so it's not my thing at all. So it's very interesting, and I've had to write down equations before and all sorts, and I had to write down another equation in this. I see Einstein regularly. It actually started when I was, a few years ago, when I was doing some meditation with another psychic medium who held a class, and everybody was coming up with these wonderful places they'd been to and everything, and mine was, well, I was having a picnic with Einstein. Interesting, really wild. And I actually saw Jesus as well, which was kind of, I've seen a few people. Oh my goodness. I've even seen Chairman Mao, and but in that video, the one person I didn't ever want to see, who I've seen a few times now, and not an energy I want to see, was Hitler. And that wasn't particularly nice, but not that he said anything or whatever, but he seems to be on the side of good now, which was very interesting in itself as well. So if you want to know more about that video, check it out. It's on Sora and the Shadow Men. And yeah, I was definitely channeling a lot of alien folk on that one who were giving me messages. I am definitely seeing more races, more different beings, ones with, they remind me of those beings off the Star Trek, but they're not the same. They're more smooth head, bald type aliens, and I have seen greys as well, and I try not to acknowledge them at night, I have to say, especially now I know I can see into that dimension that I've talked about in my other videos at the bottom of my bed. I'm not being sucked into another dimension. I'm not going there, I'm just not. So nobody's doing anything to me without a fight. So and they are yeah, I don't know who these people are, but they stand with humans. They, like, I see the Shadow Men, the Men in Black, I actually, who are angelics, I see them standing in lines in a field, and I actually see these beings doing the same thing. The greys lined up as well. The greys were all lined up, and they're all fighting together. So I don't know which species of grey aliens they are, but sorry, I've just seen that guy. There's somebody mentioned on a comment they could see one of the Men in Black looking in the window, and they were so shocked because they could see you being in a black suit. Which is, it's fantastic. Thank you so much for telling me, Tim. It's absolutely brilliant because it's fantastic when people see them. I had a friend who got a shock. I'd actually helped out a guy who had, this was when I was in the other flat, and his car turned, oh my God, I thought he was going to roll over. It was awful. And he had been drinking a bit, and he was a young lad, and they were all gunning for him outside. Nobody was hurt. His girlfriend had just, broken up with him, and he was in a hell of a state. And I was trying to protect him a bit from everyone, and basically told him he had to, face up to what he'd done and blah, blah, blah. That's by the by, which I believe he did, because otherwise I would have been called as a witness, and I wasn't. So I had the police, but nothing came from them, so he must have done it, and I hope he's okay. But I've completely forgotten what I was going to do. This is all the rambling, you see. Yes, that was it. My friend, she it was after that, and when the accident happened, he'd got out of the car and I was actually standing on the patio a bit. And I looked at him and I just went, "Are you all right?" He got out of the car and he went, "Oh," and he just started talking to me in this full on adrenaline anguish as an empath went whoosh right through me, to the point my medium friend behind me, I said, "God, it went right through me." She says, "Yeah, I felt it," because then when it hit her a bit, right through me. I was shaking the works. And but after that, I dealt with the police, everything. And it was a good job my friend and her husband were there and my son was there, because it would have been just even worse. But I was standing by my dining table and I can feel them around me all the time. But all of a sudden, exactly like you said, Tim, she just went, "Oh my God, there's a man in a black suit standing next to you." And she could full on see him as an apparition. And that was my main guide. So he sees he's my main guide, but I have seen others who seem to have a lot of sway too. But yeah, so I don't know if you can see. You might get reflected on the TV. They're all over the TV. I don't think they like me watching the TV all the time, but especially when I watch all those channels like Slap Tam and Nuke's Top 5 and all that. I love all that. And Wartime Stories is a great one. For all those spooky things. And 401 Files, he's great too. He's in England and he does a lot of alien stuff as well. And people, you can see them reflected in the TV looking through the window. I can't see them right now because I've had an argument with them again. What a surprise. I will explain in a moment. But so they've shut off a little bit. One of them's leaning in that way around the curtain area, the reflection of the curtains, you can often see them, so check that out. But that's what I say all the time. That's just a small part of it, but it's fantastic because the more you see, the more I can get out there to people, what's really happening, that these beings do exist. Because I think if people opened their eyes a bit more, they would see. Yeah, and it's just a case of that. You are not alone. If you ever think you're alone in the home anyway, you are not. You are being looked after, and there are people with you. You're never alone. So yes, that was interesting. That seems to be my word at the moment. So, but yeah, these alien beings, very smooth head, but they remind me of the ones, because if you don't know already, I am a Trekkie. Sorry, but I am. And this is from the original series, the one with the Christopher Pike, when they went to Spock, Nanny, I don't know what, did he commit mutiny or whatever, I can't remember, or he did something where he was trying to get the Enterprise to get Christopher Pike back to these aliens who could basically let him live using the wheelchair. Obviously he's been burned, and he could live a proper life because they can make him feel that illusion. He's basically got an avatar and he can go around. This was done in the 60s, so it was really clever. And they remind me of them, but they're not them because they're smaller headed and very smooth. So I don't know, if you know any more, let me know, because they're standing there, white robes. I've seen people standing with a whole load of white robes on and like this as well, which may be the Brotherhood, who I seem to connect with an awful lot from spirit world. They come down a lot. I don't know how they stand at times when I'm screaming and shouting at the others, but they're there. So why am I screaming and shouting at them again? Well, that's because the pressure I've been feeling this afternoon about writing is phenomenal. Now, I am an author. I did have several bad experiences with people stealing my work. And I've been traditionally published. I've been self-published. I've just put a whole load of work on Inkitt. I have written romance. I have written a book about all of this. I'll put the link to that in the description. If you want to read the romance books, you can. There'll be a link to that as well. And they're all on Inkitt at the moment. I have been trying to write young adult, and they want me to put on some books for free, which I'm reluctant to do so because I have given so many books away for free, because that's how it works. And I don't mind doing that all the time. That's how it works. If you can give stuff for free, that's brilliant. But I have to make a living. So, and since my divorce, I've been trying to get myself straight again, back on track, and to prove to my ex-husband that I do not need him. So, you know the drill. If you've had a divorce, it can work the other way around too. It doesn't have to just because I'm a woman, okay? Whoever you are, whatever gender you are, yeah, or how you identify, you know what I'm talking about. So I haven't been very happy, but the phenomenal pressure, honestly, it's like being, not that I've ever had this, but it's been like, is it glamoured by a vampire? That's what it feels like. But I'm stubborn, so I'm going to be putting on 3 young adult books, which are channeled messages, for free. So one of them is already on there, Lady of Londinium, which is basically, it's a story disguised with vampires, but basically is about Archangel Michael, who one of the main characters in it, who I had to call Lord Protector of the city of Londinium, which is London under the ground, because of the sun died, there was an alien war and what have you. But this girl goes back forward in time from 1987 to this place, and they're basically the angels, and they showed me exactly who I was writing about. Now, Archangel Michael came and sat down on my sofa here the other day. When did I do that? It was yesterday I did the channel video. So yeah, when I was doing that, long blonde hair, often drops in, and it's almost like he jumps down from wherever he is. It's wild. And I've been writing about these angels, and basically Londinium is like Atlantis. That's what I've been told, only it's not under the water, it's underground. It's Atlantis. I'm getting Lemuria vibes as well, so it's that kind of thing, and there are channeled messages coming out in them. So that's what I'm doing at the moment with that. And then there are other ones that are very interracial. They've got Korean characters in them as well as English characters, and a lot of time travel that I'm writing about, because they talk to me about time travel all the time, how it is possible. And yeah, so that's going to be out. That's Manyo, which is, probably not saying that right, Manyo, which is, I'm learning Korean. I learn Korean, Japanese, Vietnamese, Chinese. I find Chinese is the easiest out of all of them. Why? I don't know. I just do, because to me it should be the hardest, but that's the way I roll, so I'm always like that. But so yeah, and I have stories, a lot of channelings, and it always involves Korean. There's always an Asian vibe to it, definitely about things that are coming in the future and what we're able to see psychically and how the world's changing. So they are channel messages, and they're coming out, and I'm being pushed to write. And I've had, when you know that when you get to that point where you just don't want to do something because you've been hurt, they switch me on and off with writing like a tap, and I find it very frustrating. And now it's, oh, the tap's back on, why aren't you writing? Well, it's because I'm doing other things, because you switched me off before. So yeah, that kind of thing has been going on. But the compulsion, the energy, these people are alien. They had, they're angelics, but they're alien people involved. I was having a go at the others, and because these other alien beings, or whoever it was starting to have a go back at me yesterday. And that's the first time I felt it, like, you have to do this. We need you to do this. Because I was trying to block them. I get since my brother died and my mum, you know, I'm in grief basically. It doesn't matter whether you were estranged with them or not. It has been phenomenal. And the fact that my father still ignores me and won't speak to me after all this time is, I can't tell you. So navigating all of this and, you know, setting up my businesses, which I absolutely love. You know, angel coaching and coaching and psychic development coaching. If you're interested, I've got an introductory offer on that angel coaching that's going to run out the end of this week, but by Sunday. So check that out. It's in the description. So setting all that up, it's been very frustrating. So for them to suddenly come around and say, right, you need to write, and the fact that they I was in the town today. Oh, being an empath is horrendous. I just had to get home in the end. It was too busy. And the reason it was busy is because they were filming down one of the streets for a TV programme. I heard somebody talking, as you do, on the street because everybody was crowded around for Joe or something that's going to be out next year. But it was somebody riding a bike across the street. That's all I could make out. And they had an old bus as well. An old double-decker bus, so I don't know quite what was going on there, but they had all the vans up the streets. I've seen, I used to live in Hertfordshire, where they filmed, what do you call it? Midsummer Murders. You were basically on the set for Midsummer Murders. Wherever I've been, it's always been about film, and they would love me to write more scripts and to try and get them done, but I'm not so sure about script writing. I'm just not sure. The script writer never gets any credit for anything in film and what have you. So I'm not that I need, that makes me sound awful, but no, it's always the director, and yet nothing would exist without the script and the book, because they usually take the somebody's book and make it out, and then they take all the glory as the director, which drives me nuts. But you know. So I'd rather write a book, but they managed to, you know, push me in that direction. So I'd end up on this street. Oh, look at the film. Oh, you should be writing that script. That's all I heard all the way down. You should be writing that script. So that's going to be another bugbear. That's going to be interesting. But the pressure, it was like feeling an anvil put down on your head. That's the only way I can describe it. And I was screaming in the end. It's a good job nobody's here. I wonder what upstairs thinks. Hopefully he wasn't in. Excuse me. Who's she shouting to? Oh, never mind. Oh, my life. So I'm so glad I set up this channel. It's so cathartic for me. But yeah, lots of strange things as usual. And it's very interesting to go shopping with spirits, because I was going around, they're testing me at the moment, whether I've moved on with a lot of things, which I have. But I was in one of the clothes shops looking around. It's a big one, looking around at stuff, and I know my mother's around. I've just seen a light here, and it's to do with that. Have I moved on from the life that I had with my mum? We didn't speak basically, but I know she's been around, and my brother's around. He's still around. I keep getting upset over him, but he gets annoyed with me, and he's helping me with my businesses, which is wild. He keeps walking around with a computer in his hand, a laptop, dressed the nines in his suit. My mum wears her work clothes when she comes in, and it's right. Let's get this sorted. There's a purple light there. Let's get this sorted. She's standing right here. Let's do this. Let's do that. And when we go in the shops, you should get these. You should get that. And I thought, I'm testing me here, because I picked up something and I thought, maybe I should get that one. But I wanted this red top. I love red. Now, I know red wasn't her colour and stuff, but there's and I ummed and on, and I put them back, and I thought, and I'm thinking, well, maybe I should do it. Maybe she's right. Then I looked at some earrings as well. Those ones. I actually saw a picture back from late 80s, 90s, where my mum was in the top and she had these earrings on. They were like that. And I thought, should be making my own mind up here. And in the end, I went back and I went to the mirror and I looked, I thought, you idiot, look at this colour, it doesn't work for you. And I put it back. And I thought, I'm getting that red top that I've put back. I'm having that. She doesn't like that, but I do. So, when they're in your ear all the time. And my guide basically said to me, finally, it took you 15 minutes to work that out. Beep, beep. So, yes, so that was interesting. But if they want you to do something, which you've set in motion up there, because you forget about it, because you get life thrown at you here, and you forget. But well, because you're meant to forget anyway, but you get life thrown at you and think, I'm not doing that. What the hell, I'm not doing that. Where's the money for it? Where's this, that and the other? And it actually got me to, couldn't breathe, I was so angry. But I know that's a lot to do with everything that's been going on. So if I've appeared a little bit on here, that's because at times, that's because I am pushed right the limits with everything in the minute. So, and they're pushing me. And I'm going through an awakening and a transformation. Absolutely no doubt about that. I have made decisions about things. I'm trying to change. It's wild. It's a definite awakening. I keep saying 11:11, which means awakening. And somebody explained it in a reading about being multidimensional, which is exactly what I experience and what some of you will probably be experiencing. If you haven't, you will do at some point. But parts of me go out and travel. But then somebody was saying to me, now I always get the impression that the way I feel about my life is, this is going to sound weird, but half of me is here, I think a quarter of me is here, and another part is off in this field with all these people and broadcasting something. I'm here Morse code, as I say that. I always get Morse code. But they said that you can live lives simultaneously. And that's how sometimes anger can come through from those lives and everything else. And I swear to God, that's what's happening, because my head is so, and I can see myself in this other place. All these people. Who are all these people? I just hear your people. I've just heard it, your people. But they are Winston Churchill. I can see him now. I see all these black and white images of people from other times, everything. But they all know I'm there. And then I see a lot of people in fields, and they're all different eras. It's strange. There are people who walk around here in uniforms, military uniforms, but military uniforms from, way back. Way back. I've seen 18th century people, women dressed up, the works. And that, I close my eyes and I can see that. It's just, but at the minute, because I've been having a go and they want me to put these books on for free, they've stood back. It's quite quiet. There's a little tap there. I know they're there, but there's something standing over there. That's my brother with his computer. Why? I have no idea. But I'm very grateful for him. He's been helping me with everything like that, and Mum's been sorting this place. It's really weird. I've just seen in my head now. I can see over the outline. They don't show me properly. I don't think I'm ready to take that, but I can see the others, because I see them full on apparitions most of the time. In case you're wondering, that's people walking past, because other people have seen some strange things, and at times there have just been people walking past, but it's because I'm in a basement flat here. It's a historic building. So if you see anything else other than Men in Black or whatever, let me know. Because this place used to be a hotel, everything. But it's almost like my mum's leaning over the bench over there, and my brother is sitting at the seat. It's wild. It's really wild. A lot to go through. And I know the rest of my family come in and out. Lots of images of people. And the other one thing I wanted to talk about before I sign off is when the night before I did this channeling, I had a dream about being on a ferry, seeing a captain, and then seeing a ferry lying in rocks underneath water. And all I kept getting was island, island. Well, I looked up and there was a ferry disaster in 1953 called the Royal Victoria. Princess Victoria or Royal Princess Victoria, something. Oh, Royal Victoria ferry. I can't remember exactly, but I'm more than likely that's what it was all about, because again, I can tell the difference between standard dream and a vision, because this kept coming up and then it kept coming up through the day non-stop. So it was something to do with the captain trying to communicate. I get all sorts of people, you know, very different things, and a lot of military though. So but try and watch the video of Einstein, because I got a full-on equation about a bomb that's they're on about this bomb that's being created, or is about to be created, that is worse than the atomic bomb. And I mean, if you watch Oppenheimer, you see that they didn't know what that was going to do. They could have destroyed the earth. Some of them. I keep getting something about this one, something about destroying the magnetic field, magnetic pulse field, something that we don't actually fully understand. Oh, I'm getting more information now. Something that we don't fully understand. I'm getting those purple light. Magnetic pulse, magnetic field. Sorry, I'm seeing people. Yeah, that kind of thing. And something about heavy water, which is, they always keep showing me the Heroes of Telemark. You see, that was a ferry in the movie, which is where they tried to stop the hard water going through. Hard water, heavy water. Don't ask me, as I say, I'm not a science buff, but it's something to do with that. There's a really strong message coming out about that. So but these alien beings, they are around me, and they don't take any BS, but neither do I, so, you know. So that's going to be interesting. But nobody's taken me off. If you know who these people may be. Oh, that's just weird. So one of, what am I? Sorry. So one of them, long arms. You almost see like their ribs, very skeleton-like. Grey that just walked around here and just gone behind me now. Just, oh. If you see anything, let me know. Great. And remember, if I disappear, come and get me, someone. So, yeah, very interesting. As I say, it's my favourite word at the moment. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it there, because any more and you might get bored. God knows what will happen tonight. I have to get these silly books out. So, check them out. Oh, that's interesting. I'll leave that funny image with you. When I was in the park, when I go out, they all follow me. Royal protection. Think of it like that. It's what they close protection, right? And I walk in the park with my son, and we sat down for a minute because it was a really nice evening. And there's one who goes along on a bike, and I can see there's books on the bike, everything. And he came past, and it turned in. Oh no, it was a bike, and somebody living went past on a bike, and he came down. That's right, past it. And he went so fast, and he did a wheelie with it. He's always doing wheelies. They love doing stuff like that because they can. So I'll leave you with that image of the things I see. And yeah, check out that video. If you want personal reading, I can do that and do healing. Angel coaching, we do all things angel, get you to do your healing, get you doing a business healing with angels, whatever, all angel stuff, coaching with the angels. I can do straight life coaching for you if you want to transform your life. If you're going through an awakening, I can help you with that. And I do psychic development coaching, which I absolutely love. I'm really enjoying doing that with people. And you know, get you to develop your gifts, healing, we do tarot, we do everything. Yeah, absolutely everything. So if you want to do that and get you going with a spiritual business or just to practice, contact me. Check out Sarah and the Shadow Men for all of the channeling videos. Well, channel, I do have a tarot channel as well. And I have a coaching channel. I have 5 channels in all now because I had to split everything up because I got moaned at on the channeling one that, oh, we just want the message, right? So that's why I'm on here. And then I have all the other ones that cater to the tarot, the coaching. I'm trying to think of what else I have. Tarot, Shadow Men, tarot, coaching. I'll put them all in the description. I can't remember them all now. So much going on. And my books are on Inkitt and they're young adult stuff and they are all channeled messages, even the naughty ones. The naughty romance ones, you should have seen what they showed me to put in those books. So, honestly, they have no shame. That's all I'm going to say to you. No shame. And the snogging in the corner, I always say that. That's telling me something I have to write about love. So, I've got no idea. I just keep shouting, get a room. Yeah, all those books on Inkitt. You can get some of them on Amazon as well. What else? Oh, and the other thing I do, which I am desperate to do with people, is teach English as a foreign language because I'm obsessed with foreign languages and I want to meet as many of you as possible wherever you are in the world. Connect with you. Meet, maybe can't do that, but connect with a lot of you, especially if you want to. I do business English. So if you're looking for a job in the UK or you want to do work in the UK, anything like that, we can help you. Okay. Take care of yourselves. Sorry for all that. I hope you enjoyed the video anyway. Take care of yourselves and I shall see you probably tomorrow. Take care. Bye.